Unemployment insurance fraud continues to be a massive problem plaguing state unemployment systems.
Yeah, with billions of dollars paid in fraudulent claims nationwide, we're finally starting to get an idea of the people behind the crimes.
CBS 4's Courtney Spinelli found some of those investigations into the massive fraud schemes are focused here in Indiana.
We've got lots of cases open, and we will be opening more.
A new report released by the Federal Trade Commission shows fraudulent unemployment claims spiked 3,000% in 2020. Once tax season rolled around, that number grew as more people found out they were victims of identity theft.
The first week in February, I received a tax form stating that I've received over $17,000 in unemployment.
Ramel Skinner lives in Richmond, Indiana. He's never lived or visited the state of Pennsylvania, and he's worked throughout the entire pandemic. But that didn't stop someone from collecting benefits from that state in his name.
You would think that there would be some type of checks and balances in place for something like that.
CBS 4 helped escalate Skinner's claim to the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office and Department of Labor and Industry. While he waits for a resolution, the number of people receiving a tax bill from a state they don't live or work in is skyrocketing.
If they get information for one person, they'll make claims as many places as they can, hoping to get some of them to actually pay out.
The Department of Labor's Office of the Inspector General identifies people claiming benefits in multiple states as the biggest potential area fraudsters have targeted. And although the FBI can't comment on open investigations, they say they are investigating cases like this in the Hoosier State.
We're talking about hundreds, if not thousands, of identities tied back to claims out of state and some multi-state claims for those individuals.
Supervisory Special Agent Spencer Brooks says the FBI is working with local authorities to track down the criminals behind these acts.
A lot of the cases that we've gotten involved in here happen to be for debit cards that have been mailed.
Brooks says scammers might withdraw tens of thousands of dollars and funnel it through loosely organized groups of criminals. That's who the FBI is focusing in on. There's no easy task to track them down, but they might get a break if someone is the subject of a search and found with these cards or even caught at an ATM.
We've arrested a couple of people recently. I hopefully will be charging some more folks in the near future.
The Inspector General's report shows prisoners collecting from behind bars makes up another key area of unemployment fraud. Douglas Swetnam with the Indiana AG's office says some have even outed themselves by calling recently paroled inmates to coordinate this on the recorded phone lines.
We've been notified by some prison authorities. What they're doing is, and it's not very smart.
Other ways people are scamming, using social security numbers of dead people to file, and suspicious emails that are hard to trace. Much of the personal information being used for fraudulent claims is outdated, the AG's office says. This is a sign it was likely bought on the dark web.
The marketplaces on the dark web are like the Amazon of crime. One of their categories is fraud.
You can buy just about every illegal thing imaginable, even a Hoosier's complete identity.
There have been so many data breaches, now they're selling for pennies.
Federal and international authorities took this specific site down, but it's not the only one of its kind.
Once it gets to the dark web, it can be used against people.
And remember, that information may have already been bought. So they say protect your personal information the best you can before it's too late.
We're talking about the same bad actors that are doing all these kinds of crimes, all these kinds of financial crimes.
In Indianapolis, Courtney Spinelli, CBS 4 News.
Courtney, thank you. Now, in April, we spoke with the Indiana Department of Workforce Development, who said 90% of unresolved claims since March 2020 had fraud indicators. The DWD says it has safeguards already in place to help combat fraud, but it added more to adapt to constantly changing threats.